everyone, this is a weekend reading for Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of November. I'm going to look at the connection between you and a person you are connected to. We're going to look at their head space, their heart space, and kind of like any actions that you can expect from them. So I'm going to shuffle the deck. Let us see. We'll start with you. So let's see what your headspace is right now. We have Divine Masculine, so you're probably a Divine Feminine watching this video, and right now your headspace, you are thinking a lot about your Divine Masculine. I feel like you've been going around in cycles as well, so you've been quite stuck on all the thoughts you have about your masculine in this connection, wondering if it's going to come together, stuck in that cycle of, oh, I want to move on, and then you feel like, oh, I can't move on, so you feel trapped again. Your heart space, we have wish. So I do feel like you've really made a wish about this connection, and even if you can't see it coming true, you're just holding that intention in your heart space, really holding onto the feeling that, you and your masculine will be together again, that this separation is not going to last forever. So you're thinking a lot about him, and in your heart space, you do have this love, you do have this long-term wish that you want to manifest. Let's look at your 3D world then for this weekend. We have independence. So right now you're doing things in your 3D world to assert your independence, to heal, to kind of let go of your masculine in some way. You might be thinking a lot about him, but you're still trying to release those thoughts, to stop the thoughts of him really kind of like preventing you from making progress or moving forwards with your life. You're trying to find that freedom so that you can feel independent of him. Now let's look at the masculine's headspace. I will then use tarot to clarify these and get additional messages. Headspace of the masculine. Wow, we have communicate. So he is wanting to reach out. He is wanting to communicate. He's wanting to talk. I feel like the tarot is going to give us additional information about what it is he wants to communicate about. But right now he is thinking a lot about reaching out to his feminine. And I feel like this is related to things in the past where he's not communicated clearly, or he's not communicated kind of like honestly, like there might have been some miscommunication in the past that he's wanting to resolve. And we have heart space, we have telepathy, which is interesting. I really do feel like the telepathic communication between twin flames is really coming online. There's a lot of weird energy that's been happening for the month of like October and November, and I do feel like, telepathic communication is coming back online. And in the heart space, I feel like they're really taking to heart what it is you're sending telepathically. So those energy vibes that you're sending, maybe even like direct messages you're sending by meditating and trying to connect with him, it is being received. And this could also be related to the wish that you're holding in your heart space. He could also be, having the same wish. Yeah, it could definitely be he's having the same wish. Let's look at his 3D world then for the weekend. Mystery. I feel like something's going on behind the scenes for this masculine, and we're not allowed to know what's going on in his 3D world. It could be because right now he is making plans to communicate. So yeah, it could just be that we're not meant to know. It's meant to come as a surprise. But I'm also getting here that he's looking closer at what's been going on and thinking about how he wants to change this. What can he do to make those changes? Let's use some tarot. So let's get some more information about the Divine Feminine's headspace. What it is that she's thinking about with her Divine Masculine. Death. Wow. Is she thinking it's over, or is she finally understanding that it had to die so that it could be reborn? Because that is the truth of the situation, that this connection had to be this way. It had to end. There had to be separation so that it can be reborn with greater understanding. This is about transformations and transitions. It's about holding on to that feeling and that thought that you two are going to be together. I feel like you need to create a sacred space this weekend, Divine Feminines, and really set your intentions. I feel like right now you might be very aware that the light has gone out in the 3D. You know, there might not be a lot happening between you both, and that's also because Mercury is retrograde. So we are at a period of deep reflection and going within. So there's not going to be a lot of action in retrograde. You know, it is about kind of taking a step back and focusing on ourselves. Divine Feminine Heart Space, please, Spirit. Wishing for strength. Wow, we have death and strength, and you know, both these cards are quite dark, really. You know, the background is very, very dark, and it's blue, so I do feel like communication is being highlighted at this time. But in her heart space, the feminine right now is wishing for strength, is wishing for a gentler approach from her masculine as well. I feel like there might have been a little bit of harshness or not very open and loving, and I feel like right now she's wishing for something a little bit more gentle. And also wishing to come out of this dark forest right now. She's wishing that she just wants to be free from it. She doesn't want to be stuck anymore in this dark, eerie patch. You know, she's ready for light at the end of the tunnel. And let's look at her 3D wealth this weekend, please. 8 of Wands. Something's moving very, very quickly when the 8 of Wands appears, and I'm told that something could happen much sooner than you realise. This is about not holding on to any time-related expectations, because not only could you be trying to manifest something before it's ready, but you could also be prolonging something that's actually ready to show up tomorrow. So I feel like something could happen any moment now, and this is about you really letting go and surrendering and trusting that is going to happen quickly. Also, you know, 8 of Wands is the card of communication, so her 3D world this weekend. Well, as the feminine focuses on her independence, could she see communication coming in? It is likely, you know, it is possible. If not, then it could just indicate, you know, something happening very, very quickly. Divine Masculine Headspace. What is this communicate card about, please, Spirit? The Emperor. I want to tell you... Well, that was taken from me. I want to tell you how strong I am. I want to tell you that people who've been trying to influence me about this connection, I'm not listening to anymore. I am certain of my feelings. I am certain of my love for you. And I'm ready to take control. I'm ready to step into my power here with the Emperor. So your masculine right now has been through an intense time. And I feel like he is preparing to communicate. He's got something in his hand here ready to give you. So you can't really see it very clearly, but he's holding a seed. I feel like this is something that you've been trying to send to him telepathically. This is something that he has received from you, and he's going to be giving you something. So he wants to tell you. And also this communication with a seed here, I'm getting that you might feel that this is quite small and insignificant when he communicates. But with the Emperor card, I'm getting that actually he's really powerful, really stable and secure. So even though the communication might not seem big and meaningful and significant, it's the start of something really good. Let's look at his heart space now, please, Spirit. What is this telepathy about? 2 of Wands. I'm being guided to look in the book for this. I feel like right now, in his heart, he has made a choice, he's made a decision. And he's ready to make a move as well, because I'm getting kind of like the pattern in the background is like a chessboard. But let's see what the book has to say about this. So, the Divine Masculine's heart space. In a reading, this card indicates that even though you are facing a decision about what to do and where to employ your energy to best effect, you should feel confident that you will make the right decision. Intuition is sometimes mistaken as the first thing that comes into your head. This is not true and often gets people in trouble. So that is why they end up not trusting their intuition. Intuition occurs when your desire and intent are in perfect harmony with the universe. You are in that space or are able to get there by questioning your motives. Clear away the debris of expectations or of concerns for the opinions of others, and you'll know what to do. Yeah, this is confirmation that he's no longer listening to what other people are saying about this connection. I said that when the Emperor came out. He's not listening to other people, and as a result of that, he can finally trust his intuition. I feel like this masculine has had people saying, don't do that, don't reach out, don't talk to her, don't message, just try and focus on yourself, try and move on. And because that's the first thing that's came to his head, because it's the first thing that's been said, he might have for like that was his intuition, like that was the sign that yeah, he was to move on, he wasn't to communicate and reach out. And now he's not listening to the opinions of others. He can finally actually feel what his intuition is guiding him to do, and that results in a decision being made. And it also clears the way for that telepathic communication as soon as you kind of like stop listening to what other people are telling you to do. Okay, let's see what this mystery is about for the 3D world for the masculine. The Lovers. This is no longer a mystery to the masculine. He knows this connection because he's not listening to other people anymore, because he's trusting himself. Because his feminine's independent and she's created a shift, so therefore something has shifted in this connection. The Lovers, there is definitely a decision being made. All these cards to me indicate a choice or a decision. Let us see what the Lovers has to say in this book, because the messages in this deck can be really, really different, and I just love reading them. Okay, the Lovers. The Lovers can suggest the presence of a love interest, but also invite reflection on the nature of love and how it guides our choices. There are many types of love in the world, romantic, platonic, familial, for example. But even within those variations, the motivation and expression of love comes from the individual. Is our love benefiting the beloved or diminishing them in some way? Does our love hurt ourselves by cleaving to destructive people, or does it encourage us to be better people? Are we following fleeting emotions without question, or are we mindfully and consciously making decisions about who and how we love? I really do feel like in the 3D world this weekend, the masculine is realising the love he has for his feminine and making a very clear decision. I actually feel like this is the universe sending him on his way, pointing him in the right direction. Okay, now we've done that, I'm going to put these cards back, and we're going to do a quick spread just to see any additional messages that want to come through. So let's shuffle these cards. I'm going to carry on with my Wonderland in Tarot deck because I'm absolutely in love with it. First card out, the Fool, and I never usually like knock my cards to clear the energy. Like that's something that I've seen readers do and never done it. So weird that I did that. Knock on the door. Here's the Fool. Ready to take a leap of faith and dive into a new beginning with you. And we have the Empress on the bottom. Yeah, as the feminine really steps into her power and becomes independent, that is where this leap of faith is taken. You're being heavily guided right now, Divine Feminine, so trust that guidance. Meditate to connect with your guides. We have the Sun. Something's about to show up at your door which is going to make you really happy. You're finally on the other side. You're finally where you're meant to be, or you're on the way there, you're on the journey there. It's like once you take this leap of faith, it is sunshine and rainbows, it's happiness. The sun is rising, and I feel like feminines, you're really powerful right now. You're creating all the changes in this connection by creating the changes in yourself. If you're keeping yourself stuck, then this connection's being kept stuck. You're finally realizing the power of your actions. This is not a fairy tale. This is not waiting for Prince Charming to rush in and sweep you off your feet. This is about you being an empress. It's about you building your own empire independently of your masculine. And, you know, as you find your power and your strength and courage to make your own changes, that's when progress is made. Take the leap. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. You've had to be dragged away from something. So this is probably you clinging onto your masculine when it was really an unhealthy attachment that you held. You were keeping yourself stuck, and this is about clearing out the clutter, and someone is dragging you away from, you know, that old connection, the old relationship. And you know, you do have to be patient because Rome was not built in a day. But I do see here that everything is coming together, that your masculine is harvesting something. What's that saying about painting the city red or something like that? Let me just Google it. Paint the town red. What is that about? That's just come to mind. I don't actually know what that means. Paint the town red. I feel like someone who's being quite reckless is no longer being reckless, or someone is about to make a really, really bold move. I'm still trying to find this online. Paint the town red. Someone's getting ready to paint the town red. The colour red is often used to signify excitement. That doesn't help. I have no idea. I'm just being shown there's a new beginning coming. Someone's getting ready to paint the town red. So someone's getting ready to really light this up, to show their excitement, their enthusiasm, their passion, their love. Oh my God, the lovers is back out. I'm getting ready to paint the town red. Someone's going to show you something. That phrase is going to drive me mad. I'm going to have to do some research on what that actually means. Yeah, there is a decision definitely being made right now. And I feel like, yeah, feminine, you are being taken away from the old connection, from the comfort and the warmth of it, so you can step into your power. And as soon as you step into your power, everything comes together. The Tower. Okay, so let me pick these cards up and... okay. The Tower. So the Tower in this deck is about Alice realising she's not happy with her surroundings. She's not where she wants to be, or she doesn't have what she wants. So she pulls the tablecloth. She creates this change. The Tower in this deck to me says, you need to make those changes. You need to pull the tablecloth. You need to do something. Maybe you're the one that needs to paint the town red. Maybe you're the one who needs to go out and do something exciting and fun and create a big change. Do something meaningful. Do something powerful for you. Empowering yourself. And as you create this change, let's see what this Tower moment brings. But right now, out of 6 cards here, we have 4 majors. We have the Fool, the Sun, the Lovers, and the Tower. There's huge, huge changes happening right now, and you've got to trust. I'm not going to take them. Okay, let's see, what is this Tower about? What is this change or Tower moment that is happening? If I could know. The Hermit. For those who've watched quite a few of my readings, you'll know that in this deck, this character only appears in 2 cards. The Hermit and the Knight of Cups. Someone is coming out of isolation and solitude to make an offer of love, but this is about you having to let them go. As soon as you let them go and start becoming independent, that is when they can come out of the dark forest and give you something. I feel like the change you're making right now, it is related to actually spending some time alone as well. So whilst Mercury's retrograde, are you spending enough time reflecting? Because Mercury retrograde always gives us a powerful opportunity, but we have to seize that opportunity. We have to really use this time to go within and connect with ourselves. The Hierophant, another major arcana. I can't believe how many majors are out here right now. The Tower, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. Someone is talking about commitment here, but sorry, the Hierophant in this deck is different, and all of a sudden my throat chakra's gone really tight. Okay, the Hierophant. In a reading, the Hierophant invites us to examine our actions and measure them against our beliefs. If they are lining up but things are still feeling wrong, then perhaps it is time to re-examine our guiding principles. If there is a gap between the ways in which we behave and what we claim to believe, then it is time to tighten up that space and start being the people that we aspire to be. When we are confused about which path to take or which way to go, we often turn to the cards for guidance. This card says that you need no guidance, no outside advice, but instead to do that which in your heart of hearts you know to be the right thing. I really do feel like someone's stopping listening to outside guidance and starting to make a decision for themselves. I was just about to say I'm going to get one final card, so let's see what this is. 7 of Swords. Yep, someone's walking away from a tribe. Someone is walking away from where they've been camping out. So I feel like right now the person you are connected to, or it could be yourself, you have been hiding away, surrounded by people who have been influencing you quite heavily. I feel like this is both of you actually, but it's going to resonate in different ways. You've been hiding away and you've been focused on You've been listening to other people too much. That's why you've been camping out, and this has not been a permanent space. It's been a necessary pit stop. You know, you had to kind of really go through this experience of listening to other people to realize that actually they're chatting shit and you need to listen to your own intuition. You know, it is about you learning to trust yourself, and sometimes it's only by receiving really unhelpful guidance or realizing just how toxic some people are in your life that you can decide, actually, I need to trust myself more. So wherever it is that you've been camping out and your person's been camping out, surrounded by people who've been heavily influencing them about making decisions over this connection, they're walking away from that. You're walking away from that. And I am going to get one more card because I want to see what it is we are walking towards. What it is that we are walking towards now we are moving ourselves from this campsite of toxic people. Okay, a hell of a lot of cards came out. I'm going to put them back and do one further shuffle to see if a message wants to come out. So now we're walking away from this camp out. Where are we walking towards? Queen of Cups. I feel like this is about walking towards loving yourself, walking towards being stable. It's about grounding as well. Nine of Wands. This was the last challenge for you before something good. The Nine of Wands in this deck, it really is about one last thing to do. There's one last obstacle to overcome before you can have your heart's desires, or before you can end this cycle you've been stuck in. And feminines, this has been an important lesson for you. So I do feel like this is not just about your masculine stopping listening to people who've been trying to influence him about this connection or about decisions in his life. This is also about the feminine walking away from listening to other people and learning to trust herself more than ever. Let's get some message cards. You can also buy this deck in my shop. Again, the link is in the description box below. Divine Feminines to her Divine Masculine. Interesting. I need to be alone right now. And the feminine needs to be alone right now so that she can assert her independence, so that she can find that. You're my reason for everything. I choose you. You are the one for me. Okay, let's see what 3 messages the masculine has for his feminine. You know in your heart I'm always there. I visited you last night and held you in my arms. Yeah, so dreams are quite heavy right now. One final message from the masculine to the feminine. You are my wish fulfillment. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, then you can do via my website. I'm just finishing off the ones which were ordered in the last day or so. I'll be posting more either on Sunday or Monday, so I don't know if I've got any video ones left in stock. So yeah, if the reading that you want isn't available, wait until Sunday or Monday, check back and there should be some more. Okay, sending you lots of love and light. I hope you have a wonderful weekend.